In this video, I'm gonna go over 5 honest reasons I hated door knocking as a realtor. Let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about entrepreneurship and building your real estate empire. Before we get started, I do want to offer you our free training. It's called Your Next Sale. It teaches you everything on how to go get your next real estate sale. So click the link down below and grab your copy today. I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, so let's talk about door knocking. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people say it's a waste of time. Others get listings and deals from doing this on a regular basis. Well, when I first started in real estate, I started with door knocking. And the reason I started with door knocking is because I didn't have any money to invest in leads or systems that would make my life easier. So I decided to print out flyers every day at my real estate office, and I would go knock on doors. And it was a way to bootstrap my real estate business and get started. But I do want to share the honest truth about door knocking and some of the things that I really hated about doing it, so you know all the negative things about door knocking before you get started, so nothing surprises you. Now, in my opinion, I still think this is a great way to generate business and really get your career off the ground and started without a lot of money invested. Now, there are better ways, in my opinion, to generate business, but this is a good way to start if you're extroverted, if you don't mind putting yourself out there, and you have a really low budget to invest in your business. So the very first reason I really hated door knocking was it was time consuming. So there's really only a couple ways to door knock. One, you could do a geo farm where you basically pick a neighborhood and you knock on every single door in that neighborhood. I did that and I actually had some really good results with that, but it was time consuming. And I spent 3 or 4 hours a day doing this, and I maybe got the opportunity to talk to 7 or 8 people. So it's not that great from a time perspective if you're gonna look at your return on time that you're investing into this. However, it is something that you can do, especially if you're just gonna do a complete neighborhood and really get some good results because you're face to face with people, and that's half the battle. But with that being said, the other way to do door knocking is to pick specific homes in your city and go to each one of those. So that would be like if you're doing expired listings or for sale by owners. And if you're doing it this way, you might only have the opportunity to have 1 conversation or 2 conversations in a couple hours because you're gonna have a lot of drive time from house to house. And that's something that really frustrated me. Reason number 2, the rejection feels way more personal when it's in person. So when you're cold calling on the phone or you're doing leads on the phone, if somebody rejects you, it doesn't feel that bad. It's like, oh, they're having a bad day, see you later, on to the next one. You're still in your office or you're still at home, you're doing your own thing, and it really doesn't matter all that much. Now, rejection is not fun no matter if it's on the phone or in person, but I'll tell you what, when it's in person, it's way worse. Because when you're in person, it feels way more personal. And I've actually had scenarios where people have answered the door, they had a real bad attitude, and they slammed the door in my face. And I'm just sitting there trying to have a conversation and help these people with their real estate and market my business. But they didn't like that. And at times it could be very rude. So in my opinion, if you don't have thick skin, this might not be the best thing for you. However, if you do, and it doesn't matter, then you could have some really good results. Reason number 3, safety concerns. So this is a big one for a lot of people because the truth is you don't know who is behind that door that you're knocking on. And you don't know what kind of mood they're in. You don't know what issues are going on in their lives. And you could put yourself in some pretty sticky situations. Think about it. You're walking onto somebody's property and kind of invading their privacy in a way. So if you are going to do door knocking, I highly suggest you go with a partner or somebody that's going to watch your back if you're doing this. So this is something that I did not do when I got started. I went on my own and I just kind of wung it. And the reason I did that is because I had no one to go with. Nobody wanted to door knock in 100-degree weather. I had to go do it on my own. But looking back, it probably wasn't the smartest decision, and I probably should have brought someone with me. So I highly suggest if you're going to do this marketing method that you bring somebody with you from your team or your brokerage to door knock with you. And to be honest, it makes it a lot more fun because when you're door knocking as a group, it can be a lot more encouraging when somebody lands a lead or gets a deal. When you see the success, and it just gives you a much brighter outlook on things, And we actually started doing that with my own real estate team. We went out as a team and we did door knocking, and it was kind of fun. So it can make this challenging thing a lot more upbeat and a lot more fun if you do it as a group. Reason number 4 I hated door knocking was it just was not that scalable. And what I mean by that is it just took a ton of my time every single day, and it didn't really move the needle that much in regard to the amount of people I was reaching. Now you can make this much more scalable with different follow-up plans in your CRM and different things you can do to follow up with these leads through social media once you convert the lead and have the conversation. But with that being said, a lot of agents don't use their CRM the right way. So if you're not doing that, then this can be a huge waste of time. So make sure if you're going to do door knocking, make sure you get all the information from the person and make sure you follow up consistently, because a lot of these leads that you get from door knocking, they're not going to be ready to do anything for at least 6 months. Once I found the phone and I found the ability to power dial numbers and leads through REDX and Vortex, then I simply just stopped door knocking when I had the budget to invest in that system. So that's the reason I find that a lot more scalable, because I can reach out to a lot of people within the hour, all from the comfort of my own office or my own desk. Now, you might want to go out on a nice day and door knock because you might want to be out in the sun, getting some exercise, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for the most scalable way to grow your business and prospect, then I highly suggest you getting a dialer and a dialing system that's going to allow you to make a lot more contacts and phone calls from the comfort of your own home and get a lot more work done in a shorter period of time. That's the best way to beat your competition in this market. Now, if you're curious about REDX, I do have an affiliate link down below where you'll save some money if you sign up with REDX. I use them with my own real estate team, and I really love it as a good prospecting system, and it really doesn't cost that much money to get started. But door knocking is going to be cheaper because door knocking is essentially free minus your print costs to print the flyers. So if you're just getting started and you have $0 to invest, that's the first thing I would do is door knock, just like I did when I first started out. Reason number 5, bad weather can mess up your day. And I know this firsthand because I'm in New England. In the summers, it's scorching hot with a lot of humidity and nobody wants to be out there. And in the wintertime, it's freezing cold with ice all over the roads, snowy days, rainy days. So bad weather is not my friend in New England, especially when it comes to door knocking and generating leads on a consistent basis. This is one of the major reasons that I also stopped door knocking, because some days it's super hot, other days it's super cold, and it just was so unpredictable that I wasn't able to be out there consistently enough making things happen. Now, on the hot days, I was out there anyway. I was door knocking. I wore a suit, believe it or not, or I had a tie on and an undershirt. I had all kinds of stuff going on, and people thought I was crazy. But I wanted to make this thing successful. So if it's hot in your area and you're comfortable with that, then maybe you give it a shot. But it's always going to be that thing where you have to look out for the weather and see if you can be out there doing your prospecting or not. And that's one thing that I really hated about it. So all in all, door knocking can work, and it can be an effective way to grow your real estate business on a tight budget. However, just be prepared for all the negatives that come along with it, because I don't want you to be surprised when you get out there and face all these things that I faced in the past when trying to grow my business through door knocking. But all in all, if you're positive, if you're outgoing, and you don't mind these things, it can be a great way to get your business off the ground, especially on a low budget. If you like this video, smash the like button. It helps the channel grow. It lets me know that you enjoyed it. And drop a comment down below and let me know if you're door knocking or you're prospecting through the phone or you're doing something completely different. I definitely want to hear from you, and subscribe so we can stay connected. And we are coming out with more content to help you grow your business. Thanks for tuning in, and you have an awesome day.